gonna grab this little piece right here and I'm just going to put a layer of it. And you know, it's a little soft in here because this is just paper inside, so it's gonna be a little soft. So I usually will work with 2 layers of this clay. One that is kind of just creating the basic, covering the whole area. And then the other one is to create the details. So right now, I mean, I'm still gonna pay attention to the basic shapes of what I want, but I am just trying to make sure that no newspaper is left exposed anymore. See that? So little by little, I'm gonna cover her up. And this is when you get in the zone. You let yourself play. This is so satisfying. And even though it might feel a little bit finicky at first, it does respond to you, you know? It does go along with what you want. It's a really fun, I like it better right now than the regular paper mache clay because so far the paper mache clay that I've used feels too wet to mold. And so it feels to me like I have to do a lot of the basic sculpting with the actual paper mache in itself, and then the clay is just to create a soft layer over it. But this stuff here, you can actually make shapes with it. There she goes. And you know, this head is gonna get heavy if I put too much clay in there, so I might have to really let the cement dry before I add a lot of details on the face. Let it you know, just kind of create the foundation first. There's a little hole right there. Tiny little piece. Cover. And you can see I'm not even using the water yet to smooth it out. I don't want to make too much of a mess with the water yet. But before I finish, I am going to dab my fingers in water and begin to smooth everything I've done and maybe create a little bit of the bone shape and basic structure of her body. So I've been saving wine bottles for like many months now, and people in the studios know that I've been doing that to do this, you know, this sculptures, this idea that I've been having of using them. And I have so many now. I have a wine rack at my studio. No, sorry, I have a wine rack in my kitchen where I've been keeping all the empty wine bottles, and I have a little bit of my full wine bottles, and as I drink I fill them up and stuff. And I made a pact with myself, even though not all the wine bottles I've drank, please, for the love of goodness, there's a lot. It's a big wine rack, and it maybe fits like, I don't know, about 100 wine bottles. I never counted how many it fits, but somewhere around that. And I made a pact that if I fill up that thing with empty wine bottles before I get to start making this art, before I start using them, you know, because I'm storing all of them in there. So if it fills up and I have not created, then I'm not going to be allowed to drink wine until I use them and make something with them. It's a way to force myself to do this thing that I've been envisioning, you know, somewhat envisioning. I don't even know exactly what it is that I want to do here, but I wanted to play with it. I've saved the bottles to play with it, to do something with it. So I don't want to procrastinate and allow my resistance to take over and tell me, you know, that it's not time yet, because I know that once I do this, it's just everything feels so right. It feels so like this is my calling, and you know, to be here, to be in this flow state, to be playing, to be free to explore, and to have this just beautiful relationship with my work, with the materials. And it's just, for me, it's just one of the most wonderful feelings to allow myself to be here and do this. So you can see a little bit of her taking shape in there. I just see that I made a really big head basis, and I'm wondering if I could somewhat smoosh, because as the paper mache on the bottom, it was not even paper mache, just dry newspaper. I did not do a paper mache thing, but if I, there you go, see, I'm just kind of pushing in a tiny bit to create a little shape. And what I was gonna say is that the newspaper inside is gonna get a little damp from the wetness of this. So you will allow some shaping, some shrinkage, some pushing it in there. So I'm kind of doing that a little bit, so I can kind of start seeing her facial features. She might look quite different than what I first saw it in my head, but that's the beauty of it. I don't wanna stay stuck with too much with a certain, you know, idea of what this is supposed to look like. I want her to reveal herself to me and tell me who she is, instead of me trying to dictate that out of her, because art does speak to you. It does communicate where it's going and where it would flow better through if you really, really allow yourself to pay attention to it. So that's what I'm doing right now. So resisting the urge of wanting to make it super pretty right now. I'm really just covering up the basic shape. There's still time to, even before this batch dries, to go back in here with your wet fingers and try to shape it up a little more. But right now, if you try to take out all of the newspaper exposure, you're gonna have an easier time moving the clay around this structure. Really wanted her head to tilt back, and she's being a little stubborn and not doing that. So I don't know, maybe she's not meant to. We'll find out. What is she telling me? Does she want to face forward? I really like these little triangle holes in between the wings and the neck and the jawline, or the end of her head or whatever. So I'm gonna try to conserve some of that if I can, but adding the thick layer of cement might make that hole really, really tiny. We'll see. I'm about to run out. I might not have enough to cover up the whole thing. But that's okay. So I could carve it, sand it, and all that, but I'm gonna try to avoid doing these things as much as I can. I really don't want to have to do those things. So, like again, cement is not the best material to be breathing, so I'm not getting cement dust all over. I think that's a better call. So if I don't get to the whole forearms, that's okay. I can do that on the next batch. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for it. I'm just trying to get to the larger parts without any holes in them, if possible. Like right here, I would like to get all the way to the elbow. Do something similar of an elbow here. But it's getting there. I also want to cover this area right here, even though I don't get to the wings yet. At least it's securely holding. It's gonna dry over the masking tape. So there you go. And then have a little bit here. Right there. There she goes. Give her a jawline. Give her some. She's looking a little grumpy in my eyes here. Why are you grumpy? I think she's a little childlike, this one. Gonna bring her chin forward a little bit. And again, I'm gonna build this details later, but if you get the very basic structure, it will make it a little easier later to just add details to that. Very nice. Oh, something's starting to come out of it. Let me see. And I believe that's the end of my clay. So close. Really wanted to be able to have gone all around with it. Not gonna happen. But that's okay. Is it possible to do it later? Yes, absolutely. And she's feeling pretty solid right now to like not fall, you know. And now her whatever pose her neck is at, her head, it's gonna kind of stay. So now is kind of the time to really make sure that her head is tilted as much as it looks interesting to me, and see a little bit of a beginning of a nose, beginning of a chin. The neck is very soft right now. Could you do regular paper mache first and then do this? So then what's underneath is not soft, is harder? Yes, you can. Why not? Go for it, I would say. Alright, so here's my water. So I'm just gonna dab my fingers on it. And I'm gonna just kind of, this is really fun. It melts the cement and the joint compound, and it smooths it out beautifully. So now I'm really going to kind of push this towards the basic shapes that I want. No adding details, I'm not adding any big bone structures or anything, but I am just making sure that the basic shapes are symmetrical. They're not too big in certain areas that I want them to be thinner. But again, this is a wine bottle, so have fun with that. Like, here's a little lumpy, but I think it's because it's a little thin. I need to add a little more in there later. So if you see any little holes, try to make sure they get covered. As much as possible, push the clay around a little bit to cover up these little areas that might have a little hole in it. I might take some of this edge out to be done later and use this to kind of finish this part right here, because I think I would rather have clay here right now and finish the belly part more than have the forearm, because I can't even go to the forearm anyway. So I'm just kind of symmetrically going to A little bit better, I think. Still not enough, but I'm ignoring the wings. And that too, look at that, there's a lot of extra clay here. Pushing it up. It's a little thinner over here than it is on the bottom. Kind of accumulated a bunch of clay down there, so. Yeah, I like to leave a newspaper underneath because the cement is going to stick to the base. So if you have like a wooden base or whatever, unless you mean to have it stuck to it, you probably want to do a newspaper because then you can always pull that out a little easier later on. See, I prefer to have more bell in here. And don't overdo it with the water because you're gonna have a sloppy mess if you do that. So, like right now, this part is very wet, so it starts becoming harder to shape. It's a little lumpy here, so there you go. Just do that and it's all smooth now. It's incredible. It like melts it. This one is showing the newspaper. I might get a little trouble there because I might have added too much newspaper and making the neck kind of thick. The thick kind of neck. And this one kind of came to the side a little bit. It's okay. It's just gonna be a hole in there, so. And I'm gonna add hair to her too, so we'll see what she's gonna look like at the end. So an experiment, you know. She may not be very useful, then I'll just get rid of her. And she will become a very beautiful learning lesson for me. So I have not done the face yet. I'm going to smooth out the face now. So I'm gonna add a little nostril to her because I feel like it's gonna be a little hard later too. I mean, I could Dremel it, but it's so nice and soft right now. If I just start giving those holes a little indication, I think it will help. A little hard sometimes to sculpt with gloves on, you know. Just like that, not doing much else. I'm kind of starting the nose shape, I guess. Pushing it in. This is so not the tool I meant to use for this. You know what I'm using? It's a Dremel bit. I have so many sculpting tools, but they're in my little room and I'm in the common area in here and I'm too much in the flow to go grab it. So here we go. That's a good start indication. I'm gonna try to push her chin in a little bit. Ah! It's getting sticky. She's looking a little happier. She's just impatient. She wanted to already have a shape, and I'm trying to tell her that she's gonna have to wait. Mm. She's already liking where this is going, I can tell. Which means I'm liking where this is going. And sometimes if you look at the camera, you can see things that you're not seeing with your naked eye. So you can go back in there and give it a little adjustment. It's still drying, so I have the opportunity to still do a few things here before the basic structure begins to dry itself. So what I'm looking for is somewhat of the symmetry that I want. And what I say that I want is what is pleasing to me. It's not like I'm really going within a specific goal, but what feels right, what feels like it's, oh yeah, I like this, oh yeah, I like this. Okay, the jawline, you know, it's gonna have to have more neck, but make sure she has a proper jawline here. A little disturbing when you have no jawline, so this in mind. You might like without a jawline, so just don't know. Okay, so I still have a tiny little bit of clay, and I decided to begin shaping this mouth area. I grabbed the tool that I have. It's just a plastic, nice little sculpting tool, and I dabbed it with a little bit of water, and now I'm just kind of melting this little piece of clay into it. And basically what I did is like I scraped up the bucket that has the leftover clay and just slowly trying to get the beginning of this mouth shape. You can see it's pretty wet, but if I have this basic shape, I can somewhat add to it later on. Or it might end up just being what it is at the end right now. Who knows? It was hard to go with the other hand and try to recreate the same shape, but slowly coming up with the mouth here. Take your time on it. Everything is really soft, so you can easily end up changing. That's like the upper lip right now. The upper lip area, it kind of goes all the way to over there. She's a little pouty. We'll see what happens. There are no rules here really, because who is this character that you're trying to create? You could be anything you want, any basic rules of what a mouth is supposed to look like, or the proportions of the face. It could go completely distorted, and you can have fun with that. So I dabbed it into clay, into water, a little more clay. You see there, I just put a little up down on the bottom, little. So just now blending in, and it's so wet that it just melts to it. It's a little bit like working with wet clay. There's a similarity to the feel of it, although I don't think with wet clay you need to get this wet, you know. I mean, I'm not super familiar with a lot of wet clay stuff, so you tell me. Oh, but this is fun, guys. This is so fun. I'm in the flow. This feels so good. I actually have music playing in my ears while I'm talking to you. In my hearing aid. He really responds to everything I'm doing. See, my eyes are a little higher than the camera, so you're seeing her from a little lower and I'm seeing her from up above. I really don't like that there is all this neck stuff in here, but I'm gonna try not to pay attention to that yet, because that is not the point right now. Let's just try to separate the upper with the lower a little bit and then bring it back down together. Try to draw the eye where I think the eye would go. Make it easier. Ugh, I gotta get up with this one. Make it symmetrical, but I can always erase it if I get it wrong. So I got this lump. I'm gonna divide it in two parts that I hope are the same size. Yep. So save one here, dab the other one in the water, kind of flatten it. Oof, too much water. Flatten it a little bit and put it right here. And there we go. And dab the other one in the water. It's and the other one down here. And now I'm gonna blend it in. On the upper part. You can see here it's still, the shape is a little funny, but in this way it's starting to so I see what it is here. Alright, here's a visual. What she looks like so far.